Thanks.
Angelo, tough luck today. I mean, it was very near. I mean, your innings, how do you see it? I mean, you must be really down. I mean, how is it?
Yeah, it was a close game, to be honest. After losing 4 wickets up front in the first 6 overs, it was a good comeback by the batting unit. But it was well, at the end of the day, we ended up losing, and credit should go to the English team. They held their nerve, towards the end.
Angelo, at 15 for 4, I think Sky's win predictor was saying 100% England victory. I mean, did it feel that one-sided to you when you were out there? I mean, it must have been pretty bleak times in the middle.
Not really. I mean, we had nothing to lose, to be honest, after we were 15 for 4, and we were running out of overs as well. So we had to, keep going. So myself and Kapil thought, we'll target a few bowlers, try and get an eye in, first, in the first couple of overs, and then try and target a few bowlers, and it worked, and unfortunately it didn't have a batter with me along, in the other side in the last couple of overs. It was a really good, wicket. If we had another batter, we could have, got over the line.
How crucial was your hamstring by the end there?
Well, yeah, I mean, if I had another batter, towards the end, I could have, given up a single and, let the other one hit, but I couldn't really run as well. It, feels pretty bad. But I had to just keep going. But, credit should, go to Stokes as well. He bowled a brilliant last over.
ඔබ හැමදාමත් අතිශය ටීමක් ඉඩා ගන්නවා. තනියෙන් මේ සටන් කාමිත්‍ය කරන්නේ නැතු ඉතුරු සංගයන්ම කොයි කාලෙද හදා ගන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ කණ්ඩායම තා මොනවද වෙන්න ඕන කියලා අපි
මම හිතන්නේ අපි බැටිංగ్ ඕඩර් එකේ වෙනසකුත් අපි කළා. මිලින්ද සිරිවර්ධනව නම්බර් 3 යවලා. මොකද අපි හිතුවා මිලින්ද සිරිවර්ධන වගේ ක්‍රීඩකයෙක්ව නම්බර් 3 වගේ යොදලා වේග පන්දු යවන්නන්ට හොඳින් පහර දෙයි කියලා. ඉතින් අපි කරන්න පුළුවන් හැම දෙයක්ම කරා අද දවසේදී. නමුත් අවාසනාවකට දිනා ගන්න බැරි වුණා. ලකුණු 15කින් ආයෙත් පරාජය වුණා. කියන්න තියෙන්නේ ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ අපි හැමෝම responsibility ගන්න ඕනේ. නමුත් මෑත කාලේදී පිටිකරු අංශයෙන් හරි පන්දු යවන අංශයෙන් සෑම දවසකදීම වගේ හුඟක් අවස්ථාවලදී හොඳින් පන්දු වැව්වේ නැහැ. හොව පන්දුවට පහර දුන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් අපි ඒ දේවල් වලින් හුඟක් තරඟ පරාජය වුණා. නමුත් මම හිතනවා කපුගෙදර හොඳට බැට් කරා අන්තිම මේ තරඟයේදී. අවාසනාවකට තව කඩුල්ලක් මම හිතන්නේ තිබුණා නම් තිසර පෙරේරා හරි දසුන් චානකාරී අන්තිම ඕවර් දෙකේ හිටියා නම් මම හිතන විදිහට දිනන්න අවස්ථාවක් තිබුණා අපිට. නමුත් හැම දෙයක්ම එංගලන්තයේ අන්තිම ඕවර්ස් තුලදී හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරා. ඉතින් ඔහුට ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්න සුදුසු කියලා මම විශ්වාස කරනවා.
Angelo, in the last 10 T20 matches, Sri Lanka has only beaten Afghanistan and UAE. What does it tell about the future of Sri Lankan cricket? Where is it going forward?
Yeah, I think it has been a disappointing few months for all of us. We've let down the fans, we've let down the whole country, and we haven't played good cricket at all, and we are really disappointed. All we can do is try and stick to a combination, not try and change the team too much. Try and stick to one combination. Try and pick about 20 players. And revalue them after 6 months, give them the opportunity to settle down, and then try and see what they have come up with in terms of performances, and then we can take decisions. But I think quick decisions won't solve this better, so we've got to try and be patient.
ඇන්ජලෝ ලකුණු 15කට කඩලු 4ක් ගියා. ඊට පස්සේ ලකුණු 60ක පාර්ට්නර්ෂිප් එකක් ගියා. ඊට පස්සේ ඒට ඔබගේ මොන වගේ සලස්මක් දී අවස්ථාවක් තිබුණේ? ඔබේ ඉන්ජරි එකත් එක්ක මොකද වුනේ අන්තිම අවස්ථාවේදී?
ඔව් අපි ලකුණු 15කට කඩලු 4ක් ගියන් පස්සේ හුඟක් අපි මේ තරඟය අතෑරියේ නෑ. මමයි කපුගෙදරයි දැනගෙන හිටියත් ඉස්සර පෙරේරා සහ දසුන් සානක තව ක්‍රීඩා කරන්න ඉන්නවා කියලා. ඉතින් අපිට පොඩි පාර්ට්නර්ෂිප් එකක් දාගන්න ඕනෙලා තිබුණා. ඉතින් අපි මම හිතන්නේ කපුගෙදර ඉතාම හොඳට බැට් කරා. අපි ටාගට් කරා බෝලර්ස්ලව. මම හිතන්නේ මේක ඉතාමත් හොඳ තනතිල්ලක්. ඕනම අවස්ථාවකදී ලකුණු රැස් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් අන්තිම අවස්ථාවේදී කඩුල්ලක් තිබුණා නම් අපිට දිනන්න අවස්ථාවක් තිබ්බා. නමුත් මේක එක්ස්කියුස් එකක් නෙමෙයි. අපි ඕන තරම් ක්‍රිකට් ගහලා තියෙනවා. මේ තරඟ ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්න ඕනේ. මම හිතන්නේ ඒ පරාජිත තත්වයෙන් ඉඳලා අපි මෙච්චර දුරක් ආපු ගැන මම සන්තෝෂ වෙනවා. හැබැයි මම සන්තෝෂ වෙන්නේ නැහැ නායකයෙක් හැටියට. මොකද අපි මේ ලෝක කුස්ලානෙන් එළියට ගියා. ඒ වගේම මගේ කකුල තත්ත්වය ඒ තරම් හොඳ නැහැ මම හිතන විදියට. ඉතින් බලමු ඊළඟ තරඟේ ක්‍රීඩා කරන්න පුළුවන් වේද කියලා. Yeah, after we lost 4 wickets for 15 runs, we needed a small, partnership, and we just wanted to knock it around and get our eye in. After a few overs, we'll try and target. That was the thinking behind. Well, after the first 6 overs, and then when the spinner came on, it was about time for us to go for some big shots, and we got that. We got those 20-25 runs in those overs, and we came so close, and unfortunately we didn't. As I keep saying, we didn't have a batter. We were just short of a batter in the last couple of overs.
Angelo, here. Given the fact that you made the captain because Malinga had to walk out, and which also made the team a bowler less, an experienced bowler less, how much do you think his absence made the difference? And given the conditions in which you took charge, how would you rate your own performance through the tournament, especially after the way you batted today?
Yeah, Well, it was a big blow for us. I mean, losing Lasith Malinga, we all know what a character he is, and he has won us so many games. But unfortunately, he had to pull out, at the last moment, and it was a big blow for the whole team. And I think we've got slightly better each and every game. It's just that the finishing touches weren't there, unfortunately for us, and we've got a fairly inexperienced team. But it's not an excuse. This is the World Cup, this is the big stage, we all got to perform, and unfortunately we haven't, so we don't deserve to go to the semi-finals.
තරගයක් ඉතුරුලා තිබ්බත් මම හිතන්නේ දැන් මේ තරගයෙන් පස්සේ ඒක ප්‍රතිඵලයක් මේ බලපාන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් මේ සමස්තයක් දැන් මේ තරගයේදීත් සමස්ත තරගාවලියේදීත් මොකද වුනේ කියලා ඔබේ ඇනලිසිස් එක මොකද, විශ්ලේෂණය මොකද?
අපි මම හිතන්නේ අපි ක්‍රීඩා කළ විලාසය ගත්තොත් අපි සුදුසු නැහැ සෙමි ෆයිනල් ක්‍රීඩා කරන්න. මම හිතන්නේ අපි කිසිම දෙයකටම මම හිතන්නේ එක්ස්කියුස් එකක් කරන්න බෑ. අපි අපේ කණ්ඩායම හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරේ නැහැ. ඒකයි අපි පරාජය වුණේ. ඒ වගේම අනිත් ප්‍රශ්නේ මොකක්ද?
දැන් මේ තරගයේදීත් මොකද වුනේ කියලා තමයි ප්‍රශ්නේ.
ඔව්, මේ තරගයේදීත් මම හිතන්නේ අපේ සැලැස්ම වෙලා තිබ්බේ පළවෙනි ඕවර් 6ේදී හොඳින් ලකුණු රැස් කරගෙන කඩලු 2කට වගේ තියාගන්න. නමුත් අවාසනාවකට කඩලු 4ක් දෙවි ගියා. එතනින් එහාට අපිට ටිකක් අමාරු වුණා. නමුත් ඒත් මම හිතන්නේ මේ තරගයේ ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්න තිබුණා. නමුත් ඒ අවස්ථාව ගිලී ගියා. ආයිත් මම හිතන්නේ එංගලන්ත කණ්ඩායම ඉතාමත් හොඳට පන්දු රැක්කා. අන්තිම ඕවර් දෙකේදී මම හිතන්නේ ඒ කැචර්ස් දෙක මැච් එක අනිත් පැත්ත හැරෙව්වා දසුන් චානකගේ සහ. ඉතින් මේවා මේ හැම දෙයක්ම මම හිතන්නේ අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන් උදාහරණ, හොඳින් ඉස්සරහට යන්න ක්‍රීඩා කරන දේවල්. මම හිතන්නේ පන්දු රැකීම, පන්දු යැවීම සහ පිටකරන අංශ තුනෙන්ම සෑහෙන දියුණු වෙන්න ඕනේ අපි ඉස්සරහට.
එන්ජි එංගලන්තයේ සමග තරගයේදී අද මෙතන සරණක් දීම පිළිබඳව මොකද හිතන්නේ?
ඔව්, මම හිතන්නේ අපි පහුගිය තරඟ තුනේම මම හිතන්නේ ඇෆ්ගනිස්තාන් තරඟයෙන් පස්සේ වෙස්ට් ඉන්ඩීස් තරඟයේදීත් ඔවුන්ට ලේසියෙන් ජයග්‍රහණයක් අත් කර දුන්නේ නැහැ. මේ තරඟයේදීත් එහෙමයි. මම හිතන්නේ අපිට ඒ අවස්ථාවල්, සමහර අවස්ථාවලදී හොඳින් ක්‍රීඩා කරේ නැහැ. නමුත් මම හිතන්නේ අපි ලේසියෙන් ඔවුන්ට ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්න ලබා දුන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ මම අගය කරනවා අපේ කණ්ඩායමේ ඒ අත්නොහරිච්ච ඒ ගති ගුණාංගයට මම ඉතාමත් කැමතියි. නමුත් අවාසනාවකට පරදිනවා කියන්නේ ළඟට ඇවිල්ලා පෙරදුනත් එකයි, සෑහෙන ලකුණු ප්‍රමාණයකින් පෙරදුනත් එකයි. අවාසනාවකට අපි දැන් තරඟ දෙකක් පරාජය වුණා. ඉතින් අපි දැන් semi final වලට දැන් තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. නමුත් අපිට ඉස්සරහට සෑහෙන ක්‍රිකට් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේවා ඔක්කොම උදාහරණ ලෙස අරගෙන ඉගෙන ගන්න තියෙන දේවල් මේ සියලුම දෙයක්ම.
What did you make of England tonight? Do you think you may have lost to the eventual winners?
Well, yeah, I thought they batted brilliantly. Well, after the first 6 overs, we had a really good, first 6 overs. Our spinners, bowled really well, and then after that they just kept going. They just kept attacking, and they got them to a very formidable total. The 170 was chaseable as well, but after losing 15 for 4, it was a bit difficult situation for us. But I thought overall the credit should go to the English team, the way they handled pressure. They held their nerve at the end, so they are the deserved winners.
Angela, දැන් ඔබේ පාදයේ ආබාධයත් එක්ක ලකුණු අපේක්ෂා වෙච්ච වෙන මොකද පීඩා කරාවිද?
තාම දන්නේ නැහැ බෞද්ධ චිකිත්සකවරයෙක් එක්ක මම හිතන්නේ හෙට ස්කෑන් එකකටයි සමහරවිට. නමුත් මට තේරෙන විදිහට එච්චර හොඳ නැහැ කකුල. යම් කිසි දෙයක් තියෙනවා වගේ තේරෙන්නේ. නමුත් බෞද්ධ චිකිත්සකවරයා හොඳින් ඒක අධ්‍යයනය කළා මට ගියයි ගහන්න පුළුවන් බැරිද කියලා අනිද්දාට.
Your top order has not performed so well in the tournament, and it's been like a long time since they've clicked well together. So in that phase, would you say there has been a lot of burden on your shoulders to perform like with the bat? Like has there been over reliance?
Well, I mean, we all play under a lot of pressure, to be honest, and each individual carries a lot of pressure, and whenever they go on to bat or bowl, we feel a lot of pressure. So it's not only me, but we haven't been consistent enough. I thought our batting unit haven't been consistent. They've been performing well in patches, but unfortunately, well, in a tournament like this, you need to be a consistent team to go all the way.
Thank you.
What did you learn about the character of your side tonight?
Quite a lot. I think both with the bat and the ball. I think with the bat, I think we adapted today a lot better than we did against Afghanistan. I think we showed that we're capable of playing both smart cricket and aggressive cricket. I think we've probably struggled to do that in the last 6 to 8 months or so. And it's an area we're constantly trying to improve. But today I think went a long way in doing that. I think the first 15 overs we batted wasn't cautious, but it was on the smart side. And given the value of having 2 in batsmen for the last 5 or so overs, I think the impact it can have with guys like Jos Buttler in and set has a big impact on the game.
Coming through high pressure moments like tonight, does that enhance your belief that you can go on and win this now?
I think it gives us a great deal of confidence. I think there's been a few games, probably 3 of our wins, we've had to show an immense amount of character. Chased down 230 against Afghanistan, we put our backs against the wall early and had to come back and fight quite hard. And today it was completely different in the way that we were way ahead of the game when we had them 4 down early. and Angelo got them back into the game, and it sort of asked a completely different question of us. Given that our spinners are normally so effective, a bit similar to the Afghanistan game, we went to our seamers a little bit who were more effective.
And just looking at the semi-final already, but it'll be here, do you think you'll have an advantage having played a couple of games here already?
I think when you get to this stage of a tournament, I think given that you've played 4 group stage games, and particularly New Zealand have played in Indian friendly conditions, I think all the teams are probably at a level par regardless of what ground that they play on.
When you come across quite kind of stone cold on the field, how were the nerves, and was it sort of as edgy as it's been on the field for you?
No, it wasn't as edgy as other games that we've played. We've played in some tight games in the past. I think when you can be quite objective about things. I mean, Chris Jordan, second last over, he bowled an absolute jet of a ball that went for 4 runs, and the next ball was a worse ball and he got a wicket. So I was able to sort of go, oh well, that's T20 cricket, that can happen. And once I'm in that frame of mind, I know I can make good decisions from there. So today I was able to maintain that, which is obviously a good space to be in.
Was there a moment in that last 3 or 4 overs that really summed it up, or swung it with Joe Root's catch or the York or something like that?
Well, they were probably in the game right until the end. So probably Ben Stokes' last over was as crucial as you get. When you've a guy set, like I said about Joss in our innings, Angelo was set and in. I think bowling to a batsman who's in as opposed to just coming in is so significant in a T20 game. I thought Stokesy has done it before. He did against Australia last year. He's done it since then probably a couple of times. But again, the character they've shown today was brilliant.
Oh, and if Joe hadn't held that one, they'd have needed, I think, 13 off 9 with 2 set batsmen in. I mean, how much of a lift did that catch, and especially the nature of it, give you guys?
Yeah, it gives us a huge lift. I mean, wickets are priceless, really, at that stage of the game. And given that it didn't allow them to cross, was a bigger benefit, really, because it allowed them to get 1. And then I think he bowled a dot ball to Angelo after that, which is hugely significant. So the overall outlook on the over and then into the next over with a batsman who's only faced 1 ball is a completely different outlook as opposed to a guy who's smoking it.
Oh, and it appeared certainly from Afghanistan as well that your spinners didn't find the conditions quite to their liking. I mean, how worried were you about trying to fiddle through those 4 overs when the sixes started raining down? Was it a concern to try and get through them as unscathed as possible?
It wasn't a great concern, given that the position that we'd got ourselves in. It was still a substantial ask for Sri Lanka to chase it down. I thought Angelo put himself in the best position possible towards the back end, and in order to do that, he did what he had to do against the spinners. And I mean, regardless if spin had bowled it or not, I think bowling to a guy like that who has faced 30 balls already and is only after one agenda and has one mindset can be very difficult. So between now and the semi-final, we have to come up with answers to how we counter that, or how we get him off strike, or how we get batsmen like that out.
But clearly the Sri Lanka spinners obviously found it much better. I mean, Raf and Kobe in that first over particularly. Did the conditions change massively, do you think, between the first and the second?
No, I don't think they did. I don't think there was any dew around. I thought it was too cool tonight for dew. But there might well be in the semi-final. It depends how hot it is. So the way I look at it is their strength is spin, our strength is seam. It can be spin some days given the conditions. I think that makes us that's what makes us so adaptable going forward. The fact that we can go to majority of overs of seam, or we can bowl 8 overs of spin, maybe even 12 if Root comes in.
What do you make of Matthews' innings? Was there a point in the game where you felt he might nick the game away?
Yeah, point in the game, what, sorry?
Was there a point in the game where you felt he might nick the game away? Matthews.
The game. As I said, I think he set it up really well the last over. He gave himself every chance. He went to his strength of hitting spin, and then the last over, Ben Stokes bowling an outstanding over, and it put the pressure back on him. The first 2 balls I thought were brilliant.
Owen, just a word perhaps on the all-round nature of the performance today. Obviously Joss with the bat, Plunkett, Jordan with the ball. the catch, the run out from Ben Stokes. It seems like every department was in good working order today.
Yeah, I think a significant improvement on the Afghanistan game, and it's nice to see us go from strength to strength, game by game. And as I said the other day, having played one game at this ground was a bit of an advantage today. We knew what we were going to come up against, and we adapted pretty well today. The fact that we've had a second chance at the ground is obviously a benefit to us. I thought amongst Joss, I think Jason Roy was outstanding as well. Showed a lot of composure. When he wanted to take somebody down, he showed 100% commitment. I thought Liam, since he's come into the side, has bowled really, really well. I think this wicket has suited him a lot.
And that in mind, do you think therefore you're really well equipped to go into this semi-final and really fancy your chances?
I think we'll take a lot of confidence from today. I think that the overall performance of today can give us a couple of days, let the dust settle, reflect on what happens, and take the absolute beauties of today into the semi-final.
Did you expect to reach the semi-finals when you arrived in India?
To be honest, I don't expect a great deal. I don't set expectations, barriers, limitations. It's all about getting the best out of what we have, and at the moment we seem to be doing that. I think if we do that from here on in, I mean, we put ourselves in a really good position.
Okay, thank you very much.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.